Biafra me. Onye oluwe rubo me. Na me o onuzo ke Biafra me. Merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Na merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Tell me what we do, everybody want to kill us. They want to take what belongs to us. Try. We they love our neighbors, so we they love you. So it is written in the holy book. Try. You find a channel, na merani biko kodo onyolu welu monu aya na merani no onyolu welu monu onyo chai chukwu kikele ani na bogi the time is now. We want to go. Remember your promises. Oh, na me oh, onuzo ke Biafra me. Merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Na merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Merani onuzo ke Biafra me. Ndị Roma anyị gburugburu ha na-achịnwe mpụndụ anyị n'ike shaka they are holding our lead Mazi Nnamdika now is Prime Minister Mazi Simon we shall rise and defend our land the land of rising sun is our hope.
Thank you for joining me this morning. Otutoma, everyone. Otutoma Onyobona, I greet you all. My name is Raphael Chiamaka Jere. I am also known as Pastor Van Van Van. By the grace of Tuko Kabiama Primi Henile, I am Deputy Minister of Communications, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I greet you all, and I bring good tidings. There are so many things that are happening. A lot. We are being overwhelmed by events that are happening. But this morning, when I just thought a little bit about it, I discovered that we have been, positioned in a way that we can never, ever be their victim anymore. And that's why I come with the good news to some of you that are confused about the situation. And I come to tell you, except you become like us, you will never survive in that zoo. Except you become like us. Except you become like us. You reason like us. You are oriented. You become oriented, updated like us. Biafrans. You can never survive it. Thank you for joining me. Fumi Croston, thank you. Taproot, I appreciate you. Tina Amado, thank you so much for being here this morning. Kennedy, I appreciate you and I welcome you. Okoro Friday, thank you. It's a full house already. The last person to buy anything that is packaged with Nigeria, no matter how it is packaged, the last person that will buy it is a Biafran. Oduduwa person, they easily buy it. And when I mean a Biafran, I mean a Biafran that have been redeemed, that have been saved, that is already in the kingdom. You know, those of you that are Christians, the Bible says that except a man is born again, he cannot see. So Christ said you cannot see. That means you must see it before you enter it. Those of us that are Biafrans, we have already seen the kingdom. So there is no amount of confusion that will deceive us. Eunice is in the house, and I appreciate you for joining me, beloved. Bennett Onwara, thank you. No matter how you package Nigeria, rub it with oil, garnish it with honey and whatever, you can never convince a Biafran to believe that Nigeria can ever be saved, or that anything good can come out of Nigeria. When God turned his back on Sodom and Gomorrah because of their evil, there was no way Sodom will be spared. No way. It was already finished. Nigeria is finished. No matter how you package it, it is gone. So you must come to this particular point of knowledge where we are, because your spirit man being saved already, that is your salvation. Then when you are confronting the enemy, you know that you don't give him a chance to breathe. When you want to cut the snake, you cut the head and you make sure you pieces it, you smash it, because if you don't smash it, it can escape and sting you, because that venom is still in his head. Nigeria will finish you, because some of you think that there is a joke. You know, all the while Mazen Nnamdi was preaching, you do know that some people, it is now that they are accepting Mazen Nnamdi gospel. Now, this 2025, can you believe it? Almost after 15 years. For some of us, maybe after 10 or 12 years. Some of you have heard it all. You called him names. There was one Bini boy that met Mazen Nnamdi in Macau, in Asia. I told him, you this stupid man, how can you be calling Nigeria a zoo? Nigeria is not a zoo. Stop that nonsense. Which passport are you using? Okay. And at that time, Mazen Nnamdi was a British citizen. How can you be called Nigeria a zoo? Today, they are the people saying that Nigeria, in fact, Nigeria should burn. Most of them. Some of them now, you see them on the street. I saw some Bini boys challenging soldier with gun. Soldier with gun, cock gun. That was 3 days ago. The videos are there. Challenging them. Oh yeah, shoot now, shoot. We then shoot. We no longer challenge them like that. We have given them, we have pushed them away. And when they come, thank God we have our army now. You understand? So we no longer do all those kind of things you are doing. We have rejected Nigeria since. It is you that believed in them. Now, the chief of DSS, that is the one in charge of DSS, the people holding Mazen Nnamdi, the people instigating that Simon Ekpa should rot in Finland, which Chuko Kabiama is about to shock them. You will hear what he had to say. As if all the things that are happening are not known to all of us. They are now talking about how people can defend themselves. But when people go out of their way to defend themselves, you that defended yourself, you will still be the victim. You still be the victim. As long as you remain a Nigerian, the full circle of Nigeria must happen to you. It must happen to you. Yes, now. Let me play the full video. It's about 8 minutes. of this goat that calls himself the DSS leader. He's a Yoruba man. Look at his head.
I was direct. Thinking seriously
Listen.
about the practical approach to mobilizing to curb insecurity. I'll share experience with you when I was state director in Bauchi. Most of you will remember an incident in Azari. A group of terrorists, the Boko Haram, then had invaded Azari. They were shooting in an attempt to kidnap, and the community chased them. They killed some members of the community, but the community members killed all of them. The last guy, Khalid, climbed onto a tree and was firing. The community stood, they were resilient, and they killed Khalid.
Now, he's talking about an encounter he had or someone had in the north with Boko Haram. Now, this idiot that's telling you how a community rose up and then Boko Haram invaded and unalived some of the community members, but the community members retracted and regrouped and came and they confronted the Boko Haram, and he said they killed all of them. You know, when you say you killed all of them, what does it mean? It means that you have finished Boko Haram. They killed all of them. But did they kill all of them? The answer is no. This idiot, ask him if he doesn't know the Zamfara state governor. Ask him that this community that were left at the mercy of Boko Haram, them that left this community at the mercy of Boko Haram, did they not know the Boko Haram where they were saying, they know the founder of Boko Haram. They know where Boko Haram is living. They know the sources of their income. They know how Boko Haram is being funded. Yet, they allowed a community to be at the mercy of Boko Haram. Except to begin to reason like us. I bet you, you will never survive. You will never. You see that Zooo? This world, all these world power, international communities that are joking with Nigeria, France, UK, and all of you, European Union, I pity for you. You know, Mazen Namkana, I've told you times without number. Our Prime Minister gave several narratives, changing the narrative, telling you that the only ally you can have in West Africa is Biafra. You see these people? You people are leaking. It is obvious that people like Emmanuel Macron does not have the interest of French people at heart. It is obvious that any leadership you have in Britain does not have the interest of the people at heart. Because if they do, they will understand that the only person they can align with are those that are readily ruthless against anything Boko Haram. Someone said I should put link. Because my time is very short this morning, I don't think I need to put link because I'll be running away very quickly. You see that? Look at the way he, with his color head, he said, the community, the gang, the other one went on the rooftop and they wanted to buy him. They buy all the Boko Haram. Go. Some of the community is even mentioning them. If you go there, normalcy has never and will never return to those places. In Zamfara state, there is no more school under the government. How many local government did the governor say then? We'll try and bring the video again and play for you. More than 14 local governments in Zamfara state are under Boko Haram, under the control of this bandit, they call them. This one is telling you how a community was able to buy all of them. All of them, Bawo, you. God will destroy all of you. Don't worry. Except to become like us, Biafrans, who, because we know who they are and we know how to confront them, that is the reason why they have determined to exterminate us. Now, some of them, they are being taught that we are more terrible, we are bad than Boko Haram. We that are told that Boko Haram, who do not want civilization, who do not want education, who do not want modernization, should be exterminated, removed. They are telling them, teaching them that we Biafrans, that we are worse than Boko Haram. That Boko Haram are simple agitators that are agitating for something. Listen to these goats. Let's play it. Let's play it.
They killed some members of the community, but the committee members killed all of them. The last guy, Khalid, climbed onto a tree and was firing. The community stood, they were resilient, and they killed Khalid.
The Khalid was a Boko Haram man that climbed on tree. The community, they gathered around and they buy Khalid. Okay.
Since that day, there has not been one terrorist attack in Azad.
How did he even know the name of the man? You see, he had the details of the people. The last one that three, his name is Khalid. They even know the name of the Boko Haram man that ran to the tree. His name is Khalid. And they gather around and they buy Khalid. Story. Oh yeah. Story that touches the
Said if to
oh no, why this?
stop this terrorism.
No, when did this thing start doing this kind of thing?
And the people of Bogoro and some part of Tafasa rose up on one occasion. They knew their terrain better, climbed onto trees, the invaders came. Since that you hardly hear about.
Now he's talking about another Tafa Balewa. Another. Go to all those places today. Those places, for example, there is no life going on there. There is no Christianity there. There is no church there. Schools are not functioning. Not those that they seize their weapons. You will never hear any of such things again. As this or a founding father sect of people who are talking about was any one of them arrested? The Navy Commodore, the Navy captain or Channel CV, Commander Olowole, what's that his name again, the Yoruba man, that said that the people that are sponsoring this Boko Haram, they are in the government, they are in the military. Are they not there? So all this sermon, you hear them talking about, you think that it is because they want to copy the way. Cop what? This is the system they want to build. This is the country they want to live in. This is how they want it. The only thing that will save you is that you have to separate yourself from them, completely reject Nigeria. Yeah? That's why when I listen to a very dark man, after saying what he said, he will say, Nigeria belongs to all of us. You are a mad person. If you ever open your mouth and say Nigeria belongs to you, Nigeria does not belong to Nigeria. Is a terrorist country, a criminal country. And I love it now that some of you are beginning to use the real term. Nigeria is a crime scene. You see these ones? These ones are just instruments that are being used. They are paying them. None of them have their families in Nigeria. They live in the UK, they live in America, they live in Europe, everywhere around the world, but Nigeria. So you know what they believe? They believe that the most important thing to them is their family. They don't believe in the descendant or communities or no. Because for them and their family, you see Tinubu and Sheyi Tinubu with his wife and the family, all the agbero he is using, they are all collateral damages. As far as you are concerned, you are a collateral damage. They don't care. Very soon, it will dawn on you. Now let's listen to him.
What I'm trying to say, the practical approach to mobilizing people is that you have to get everyone involved. You do not expect the Nigerian army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work. In the US,
expect Nigerian army to protect you, that it is not going to work. They know they can protect you. And you know one funny thing? You know what they do first? Whenever they see that you have been overwhelmed by these terrorists, they will come and they will collect all your guns from you. Remember when Yoruba people were forming Amotekun? They were still dragging. Should Amotekun use machine guns? Should they use den gun? Should they use pump action? What should they use? They were still up to tomorrow. They have Yoruba forests are being covered right now by terrorists. And Amotekun, on paper, they are still dragging which kind of gun Amotekun will use to confront all those terrorists that have gathered all around their forests everywhere. They're still dragging it tomorrow. And now he is telling you that the army cannot protect you. The Navy cannot protect you. The DSS cannot protect you all. If you think, if you're waiting for them to protect you, no. It can never happen. This is from the DSS boss. All right, continue.
You visit someone in the house, you'll be shocked that when the guy hears a police siren, he will just pull his drawer, bring out his gun and keep it. So one of my hosts did that, and I asked him, why are you putting gun here? He said, well, if they are chasing someone and he enters my house, I'll shoot him first. And that is the layer we have to start thinking about.
You see this monkey, and he really looks like that is a way. He is comparing you with America, where they have gun laws, where people can buy guns licensed, and they can use it to defend themselves. He is now telling you a story of what happened in America. You in the zoo, that you have no right to own a gun. You can't buy a gun and own. You can't even have the license. Fulani herdsmen, the government share gun for them, but you that they are coming to buy, you can't have. And he is telling you a story of what's happening in America. Does it play? Does it work? Is it the same? The answer is no. And he knows it's not the same. But why is he telling you that story? Because you are a collateral damage. After all these stories are what they will tell you for the duration of their 4 years, that they will collect the AT money. And after that, they will see how you people to perish. Some of you that survive it will continue another 4 years. Mad people everywhere.
How can you create first line of defense? The military, police, and other security agencies are to deal with the bigger ones, the organized ones. But it is impossible for us to deploy it to every community in the country. It is unimaginable that any security agencies that has the resources to do it.
You see? So they are telling you that it is their responsibility to deal with the organized criminal ring and all that. Have they done or stop the organized military? You saw what happened in Uromi. Some people have given a very proper analysis. My information minister yesterday was asking very salient questions. People that they said they were hunters. That particular trailer that carried them, Dangote trailer, that passed through all the checkpoints in the east, they were not controlled. It is until they got to Uromi that community people had to search. But if it was you, ordinary traveler, I saw vehicles that were being controlled along the expressway and all that. They will open your bag and search everything in your bag. Some of them were, even cutting bags that they didn't see the key. They will open it and even search your underwears. But this one, no. They didn't even stop them. They moved them direct to where they were going to until they fell into the hands of, they taught them a lesson the hard way. Mad people everywhere.
So as we live here, we all belong to one community or the other. What we have to start experimenting is how we can make the community to prepare first, if the first line of defense for us. General Wahab said it clearly. And for me, there are 3 takeaways from his lecture. By the way, the general and I were guest speaker at one program in our office, so I'm not surprised at his dexterity. He has developed some sort of expertise in what he does. But 3 things for me. He asked us a question. What is our own culture? Our culture is communal. We do things together. Festival, ceremonies together, wedding ceremony, whatever. So why can't we fight some miscreants, some charlatans among us together?
You see, why can't you fight miscreants, charlatans among us together? The examples we have already seen play out in the zoo. People that decide to fight these miscreants, they become victims of the government. You saw it. Now, there are faces everywhere from the north. You have seen videos. I cannot play them here now because of time. You have seen young men, some very intelligent people, well read, that are threatening Christians, that are threatening Igbos all over the north. And one of them even came out and said, if you're an Hausa man, just return back home, because they will start, attacking Igbos in the north. These people, their videos are out. One of them, the very dark man, actually said, if the DSS does not go for this man and bring him out, that so and so things will happen. Very dark man, nothing will happen. No, they're not going to bring him out. Nothing. They will not bring him out. Because before you even they know him, that man, the one that lit up Deborah, because that young man, that very dark man was saying that if they don't bring him out, so and so will happen. He was citing the fact that Deborah's death was justifiable because he insulted their God. You understand? So he justified Deborah's lynching and murder in broad daylight, and they put light on her and lit her up. Many such have happened everywhere. You understand? So many things that, my brother, don't put your mind around it. One thing you must do to save yourself is be like us. Cross your mind. Nigeria, finish. Between you and Nigeria, any wedding or anything that tie you with Nigeria, sever it. Do not ever think in your mind or in your widest dream that there's anything good that will come out from Nigeria for you. Because Nigeria, as far as you must be concerned, must be dead in your mind. Dead. Reject it. That is why all these things you are doing, make sure you hurry up to heat up everywhere so that everybody will understand that it is either we end it now as quickly as we can, or it will end every one of us. The people that want Nigeria, let them go with Nigeria. Those of us that know that Nigeria can never, will never help us, let us put an end to it and move on with our lives. As Biafrans, as Oduduwa, as Edo people that you are, as whatever you want to be, but not Nigeria. Not Nigeria. Oh.
The community should say, you cannot come here. This is what Tafawa Balewa has done. If you go to that community to attack them, you'll be sorry for yourself. I challenge anybody to try it. And this is the way we have to do. We have to allow some level of armament for the communities, and they can serve as the first line of defense.
He said they have to allow some level of armament. That means to say that they have to allow people to arm themselves. This is just what he's saying on the media. How to regulate it? We have to allow some level of armament. We have Biafra Liberation Army. Before Biafra Liberation Army, there was ESN. ESN that was not going after anybody. You and I know how they have tagged ESN to be this or that and going after ESN. And every Biafran they see, they call them ESN. They even tagged IPOB that was not even carrying gun, only flag, as terrorists and enemies of Nigeria. But this Anoman is have to allow some level of armament on the society. Because they know that there is no way you will be able to stop this menace if people are not fully armed and justified to go against the people that come after them. How can you condemn a man who defended himself in his own farm? This man was attacked first, he fought back and was able to overcome the person that came to kill him. And at the end of the day, you are sentencing him to death because he defended himself. And you are here like an animal man that you are, saying you will allow some level of armament. Now, the armament you are allowing, what should I use it to do? Is it not that when I defend myself later, you will come back and say, you had no right to use excess force? If the person come to by you, if he stab you once and you did not die, if you want to stab him, don't stab him where he will die. Because if you stab him and he die, then you will go to, you will also be hung by death. These are just a bunch of animals. That's why Mazinam can call them animal kingdom. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. These are all people reading and playing along with the script, because the people controlling them are the caliphate. Sokoto Emir or Sokoto or Sultan or Sokoto, whatever you call them. They are all controlling all these buffoons. But I know that Chukwokika Biama, the God of Biafra, actually raised Tinubu up to make sure that he will be the last president that will see Nigeria operate as Nigeria. Because after Tinubu, before Tinubu will finish his tenure, exist again. Because for Nigeria to continue to exist, it means that there will be no lives. Every indigenous person in that Nigeria will become history. And with the way they are going, you can see how this Uromi thing have exposed them. Now, with these few days, I want you to know that they are moving all their foot soldiers into the bushes with trailer loads after these few days. And you can see the way they are all marching out. Solidarity for the Uromi killing. Solidarity. They must bring them out. If they don't bring them out, they will burn down everywhere. They will destroy all the churches. They will, as if the people that carried out action told them that we are from this church, or we're Christian, or we are this. Or no. None of the identities were announced why they did the thing. So why are they now concluding that they are Christians, they are Igbos, they are Biafrans, they are Southerners? So I now conclude that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew what he was saying when he said we are all Igbos, including the Yoruba, because in one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's message one day, a Yoruba woman called and tried to validate that point that we are all Igbos. Because if you do not know that you are Igbo, even Yoruba, begin to tag yourself Igbo now, because by the time they will rise up to fight you as a Southerner, they count you join Igbos. Even if you they join them, they bow down, they pray to one God. They have already counted you as an Igbo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we are all Igbos. Why did he say that? Because when they want to fight you, they fight you as if they are fighting Igbos. They tag you as an Igbo. The idiot that was threatening in the Very Dark Man's video, did you hear what he said? He said, even if you come from Ivory Coast, as long as you are not a Northerner, you are their victim. You will become their victim. They will go for you. So forget about this annual fear that is telling you that you can arm yourself, waiting for them to, well, actually, he's saying the truth, that you are waiting for them to come and defend you, that they will not be able to defend you. I believe that this particular message is giving you is for you to know that if there is any kind of hope you have in them, forget about it, because their action, whatever they do, will never be in your own interest. So forget about Nigeria saving you. Be ready to save yourself. Become like us so that you will be able to defend yourself. Reject Nigeria and it shall be well with you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Because of my time, I need to rush and do one or two things. Thank God we are fully back, and I appreciate you all for joining me this morning. Ayole, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Pastor Vam, good morning from my side. I see you. Mimi Amaka, I see you. Except you become like a Biafran, except you become delivered. Jesus Christ said, except you be born again, you can never see the kingdom of God. Now, the truth is, except you become a Biafran, you will never be saved. You will not survive it. So for you to be saved, come like us, and then let us end that impunity and that evil called Nigeria. Together we can do it, and everywhere must continue to boil. It must continue to boil. If it stop boiling, then you are giving them a breathing space. Nigeria must not breathe for us to survive. Thank you so much for joining me. Until I see you again later this afternoon. Airborne! Umuchineke. Airborne. Thank you, Jude Lucky. Thank you, Kachi. Thank you so much for joining me. Wisdom Emeka, I appreciate you. There are some things we must reduce about talking now. There are some people we need to know that we have relegated them to the back door. You see the mad dog from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, you will see how she will all fade away. And those that are going in solidarity march for our PM, do all the solidarity you want to do all the protests you want to do. As long as it is for PM's release, we are happy about it and we support it. But the most important thing, let me tell you, it's not that protest. The most important thing you need to do for PM, for those holding PM to feel the heat, is water. If they don't see water, they will not understand. And that water must go on, because with or without PM, we are fighting for our freedom. If our leader, Mazin Namdekano, told us that if he will be a hindrance, stop him and go ahead, it means that he believes that even without him, you and I can forge ahead and put an end to that zoological republic. So that is to say, our hope is not hinged on one person. Our hope is on our Chukwu Kikabiama. Vam can do it. Eunice can do it. Taproot can do it. Augustine Efemoni can do it. Aderene Loko can do it. We are all Biafrans. That's why I told you this morning. Except to become like us, one day, forget about it. Nigeria will finish you. Nigeria will finish you. And before you know it, you will be invited for your obituary. It is not your portion. In the mighty name of Chukwu Kabiama. Airborne. I'll see you later today. Commercial.